the Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. Graphics cards are really expensive right now because of all the cryptocurrency mining craze. I decided to bite the bullet. NewEgg had a special where you can get this and the Aorus Gigabyte Z370 Aorus Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. I didn't really need the motherboard, to be quite honest, but I figured, you know what, I'll use it eventually down the line for a PC that I'll build in the future, so I'm just going to put this aside. But right now everything for both of these cost about $1,000. So what I'm really going to do is I'm going to do an unboxing for the GTX 1080 Ti, and then I'll set it up in my PC and we'll do some FPS tests to see what we can get. So I'm going to put this aside for now. Okay, here it is. RGB fusion, so it looks like it's got RGB lighting on the card itself too. Alright. So as you can see, the reason I got this particular one was because, other than, you know, the price, this was the best deal. Right now these cards, the GTX 1080 Ti cards, it's all crazy what they're doing with the prices now. If I were to get this card alone, it's going for about $1,400. Whereas if I got the deal that NewEgg has now, the card with the motherboard is only about $1,000. So who knows? But it's got, and I'll take out the card to show you guys. But it's got a DVI port, and it's got three display ports, and one HDMI port. And it's got 3 fans too. And I see the Gigabyte lights up right here too. So let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, it's a nice box. I don't know what's in here. Looks like something's in here. Here's the drivers and manual. That's it. So all that goes in here. I guess this is really more for packaging, I guess, just to cushion it. Okay. Oh, and here's the card. Ooh, it's pretty big. Okay. It's pretty good. I like white PC component because my plan for the future, thinking very far ahead, is I want to get a white PC case, white internals, and get, like, you know, different colored components inside. And I figured white, when you install it, it's going to look like this from the outside. So with the white case, it'll look pretty sweet. But here's the Gigabyte logo. It'll light up in different colors. So I'm sure I'll have to figure that out. It's got 3 fans. And you see behind these 3 fans, it's got all the radiators on the inside. So this thing, we'll see how loud it is, but this thing hopefully won't run too hot. And here are the different ports. So you got an HDMI, 3 display ports, and the DVI port. So the primary reason for me wanting to get this, obviously, is trying to see which card will be the best card to run games as close to 240 frames per second as possible, because my monitor is a 240 hertz monitor. So I don't even know if this card will be enough for that. If this card is not enough to get my game to get close to 240 frames per second, may have to just downgrade the monitor, stick with a 144 hertz monitor, and maybe get like a 1440 resolution, or you know, just get a 1080p and 144, 165 hertz monitor. Because I think 240 hertz might be a stretch, to be honest, even for this card. But if any card was gonna get close to the frames that I want, this was gonna be it. So I'm gonna put this in, I'm gonna install it, and then I'll be back.
So this is Gears of War 4 on PC, and this is at low settings. I was able to hit real world gaming online 243 frames per second. And this is on the recommended settings now. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference in the graphics. the way this was rendered. But this is basically everything is on ultra settings in this portion of the clip. So you see I'm getting pretty good frame rates. I'm getting up to 140 frames per second. So this is not benchmarking. This is not the benchmarking tool. This is real world gaming. So obviously lots of factors involved. Lags involved, connection, I have people online in the house at the same time. So on ultra settings with the 1080 Ti, I'm still able to get upwards of 140, 150, 160 frames per second, which is actually really, really good. This is a 1080p monitor, so with ultra settings, and this game is pretty graphics intensive, getting those frames per second is actually pretty good. So I'm still having a little bit of trouble getting consistently over 200 frames per second, and to be honest, it seems like that's almost going to be like a very difficult task depending on the game. So I don't know if I got exactly what I was looking for, but the GTX 1080 Ti has given me pretty good results so far.